Do you think that there's anything that maybe would fit into this whole thing that I didn't mention? Anything that you have been thinking about lately that...
I think the American outview on labor. Have you noticed? It seems like, how to put it into words, so I'll just ramble for a little bit. But basically, so we had before in the industrial Americas, before child labor laws and 40-hour weeks and like all the terrible stories. Nobody ever wants to talk about the flaws of capitalism. You know what I mean? Like we demonize socialism and communism, and sure, they've got bad things in both of them, but we never demonize or pull out just give capitalism its fair shake. You know what I mean? It's always put up on a pedestal, but I think capitalism has some truly evil aspects. Greed is going to be there no matter what it is. So to say that capitalism doesn't have anything to do with greed, I think is ignorant. But it used to seem, I don't know, how do I phrase it? It's almost like people want to be abused at work anymore. You know what I mean? Not like the average worker that works for, your entry-level jobs, your Walmarts, your gas stations and stuff, but anybody who's doing that career path thing, they expect, you know what I mean? You expect to go to college and spend $60,000, and that's just the lump sum, and that's what you do. It's like we don't give ourselves, we need to go through all these extra hoops to be worthy of that entry-level career job to then maybe get up to middle management. Whereas before it was just all right, even in the 60s, you know what I mean? Graduate college, you meet a dude, shake his hand, and go to work, And if you're a piece of dude after that, then he fires you because of your experience, Whereas now it's before you even get through the door, you have to have 3 pages of beautiful script on all these, you know what I mean? We've added so many extra hoops to getting a job.
And to never make it, you better have never made a mistake in your life.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
If you have
one bad review from one guy, and you're out,
Like this kid that he's kind of in the anti-gun legislation movement. They denied, or they had given him a scholarship, or granted him to get into Harvard, and then something came out where he was making, when he was 15, making racial jokes, trying to one-up their friends.
Yeah.
And Harvard rescinded their invitation. And I just thought, he was 15.
Right, and he said some stuff.
Yeah, he was, and he said things trying to be shocking, as many 15-year-old boys.
As
now,
children do,
Yeah, and as kids have, we didn't grow up in a generation where everything we said and did was put online.
Right.
And now, because somebody had screenshotted this conversation of this kid and put it online, now here's proof that you're a piece of shit and you don't deserve to be in Harvard, when really it was a boy trying to be shocking, trying to be provocative. And he had a good point too. I think he said on Twitter that it's really sad that you would hold something against somebody when they were a child. And then that same boy ended up Parkland. It was the jokes that he had made were a few months before the Parkland shooting where he attended school. An experience that he said completely changed his life and changed him forever. But that's discounted.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't allowed to change and evolve. And we didn't grow up in a time like that.
Yeah, exactly. You get redemption. You know what I mean? And it'd be different if the kid had done some terrible violent act, you know what I mean? But even then, you should be able to be redeemed from those things,
Right.
Depending.
Yeah, but then you compare that to the story about the college age dude. I think he raped a girl and he got to serve out his month-long prison sentence on the weekends.
That's disgusting. Yeah. But here's the thing that I love about, it's not the millennials, what's the generation after the millennials? Z. Yeah, you guys, Z. They are, people want to say that it's the millennials that are entitled, but you and I are millennials. We're elder millennials,
I think we
Liza
just question
Schlesinger
too much,
says.
and that's where that sense of entitlement comes from.
Well, maybe, but I love that. Generation Z thinks, I am entitled to not get raped. I am entitled to not have my earth polluted. I'm entitled to, and I love that. Yes, please raise the bar, because we've all been waiting around in this older programming for so long.
To be honest, I mean, they're the ones that have been lying the 3-4 generations. It's just the Zennials are the ones that are like, no, you said rape is bad, so rape is bad, and I'm entitled to not be raped.
Yep, that's
End
right.
of story. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or clauses after it, and I completely agree with that. You know?
Yeah. Yep. And I think that that's fantastic, and that's one of the reasons that I feel like humanity as a whole, we're leveling up. You know, there's these ideas that were maybe in generations prior accepted that are no longer acceptable anymore. Profit at all costs is not acceptable to this newer generation.
Which is a big thing.
Yeah,
That's
devaluing human life is not acceptable to this newer generation. I mean, you always have, pieces of shit who just, no matter what, like they can't get it through their brain, and hop on board. And I think every generation is going to have that. But it's really good to see an entire group of youngsters coming up. And I love it that, the older politicians really get after these kids. They sit down and shut up because you don't have any life experience. Well, bitch, guess who's going to be voting in 2 more years? Yeah.
What did you do with it?
Guess who's going to be voting in 2 more years? And are they going to be voting for you when you tell them to sit down and shut up? No. So good luck. And by the way, keep being a piece of shit and, treating everybody else like they don't matter, because it's going to come up. It's going to come up and it's going to bite you, and you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
So keep it up. I like it. Yeah. That's where we're at. Yeah.
And it's nice that we have all this media now. I love watching like all the old Joe Biden stuff where it's like, Joe, you were against the weed not too long ago. You don't have
that's
to say
true.
you're pro-weed now. You gotta put some explanation in there,
Yep. There's so many videos, Joe, of you being handsy on little kids. It's just a lot. It's
and
a lot.
shaking his finger in people's faces, like that is, I would walk away from any conversation that involved that, like as long as it wasn't a parent of mine, but other than
Right.
that, I'm done. As soon as you think this is acceptable, we're
Right.
never gonna be on the same level.
Right. And that's somebody who is a psychopath that believes that they are in a position of authority over you. And that's how they can shake their finger at you.
Yeah,
And that's how
sit
you
down, shut up, get in your box.
Yep, and that's how you know automatically that person needs to be discounted from your attention. They don't deserve your attention.